Hi everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks very much for watching our earwax removal compilation video today. Two patients in this compilation video. Now you can see this first patient, it's got this really dry type wax here. It's formed a really good plug. There was a little gap just above the wax, so the patient had been finding their hearing was a little bit intermittent here, but we've got the standard size ulnar tube in there. Just try to reposition this plug. You can see it's hardened up a little bit, which happens when our wax gets a little bit older. So we're just holding on to this outside edge, trying to wiggle this back and forth just to start to pull this away a little bit. You can see now we've managed to roll it, but it's a little bit too big to fit up the ear canal. It's a little bit too long. So what we're going to do is try and get behind that back section there. You can see it's just tipping the wax back when we do that. So I've just tried to pull it forwards, snug around the side, and we'll draw this out. And you can see as we pull this, it's just this long piece of wax all starting to come apart there. Nice big plug on this side. Out that pops, there we are. You can see it's quite dark in colour, so it's been in there a little while. Patient very pleased to get that out as well. Thanks everybody for bearing with us over this next couple of weeks. As I said in the video on Friday last week, I'm covering the other two audiologists at the moment, so I'm a little bit on the busy side. I will try and get videos out as often as I possibly can, but if you could bear with me, that would be absolutely fantastic. And on that note, if you are an audiologist that's watching our videos and you'd like to come and join our team, we've just advertised for another audiologist. So if you do fancy coming along and learning how we do things here and maybe working for Audiology Associates, drop us an email at info@audiologyassociates.co.uk. We can see this is the patient's other ear here. Very, very dark piece of wax in here as well. And if we take that one away, you can just see that little lighter material underneath, a little bit of dry skin that's been anchoring this into place, but came away really, really nicely there. Now there is a little feature I want to point out on this here. I'll zoom in on it in a bit for you so you can see it, but there's the remainder of that dead skin there, just at the base of the canal. It's not unusual to get these lifts of dry skin here at the base. Now, this is the section I want to put. See these little white bumps on here? Now these are something called osteomas. Now it's nothing to be worried about in this patient's ear canal. You can see another one just at the base there. This is where the bone actually lays down a little bit more bone on top, and you get these little white bumps. They're sort of benign growths really inside the ear canal. You can get them in other places as well, but they're usually on bone. It's usually in the skull, but nothing to worry about. It doesn't cause any problems as far as hearing's concerned. So we've got just under an inch there, so I would say we're just over 2 centimeters because I forgot to check before I was talking too much at the beginning. Now, this second patient, oh bless her, this lovely lady came through, and she'd actually been to 2 other audiology clinics before she attended ours, and they'd had real difficulty. They could not get this last piece of wax out. In fact, the last one, the lady was saying had to be stopped because it just got too uncomfortable to try and remove it. So what we've got here is a really tough old hard plug in here. It's quite deep in the canal, not much of a gap, really anchored in place as well. So I've chosen to go in with a Rosen inserter. Now, with the Rosen inserter, you can see we've got this slight hook on the end here. It's a little bit thinner. It's less of an angle than a St. Bart's hook. A St. Bart's hook's a 90-degree angle. This one's more of a kind of a curve on the end. So I find this particular tool far more useful than the St. Bart's hook, although they'll do a very similar job. So what I'm doing here is I'm just sneaking over the top of this wax. You'll see how hard this is because it's actually flicking off the surface of the wax here. So we've got to be quite careful it doesn't ding into the canal wall on the other side. But we're just pulling this away from the top section, sneaking around. I'm trying to roll this, but you can see, normally we try and get the hook in there. You can just see it, but it's going to flick out. It's because the wax is so tough, and this is why everyone was having a bit of difficulty before the lady came along to us here. I did reassure that we stood a good chance of getting this out, and you know, if she will be with us, we could get this going. But just tidying up some of the looser pieces that the Rosen inserter there's just flicked off the top of the wax, and just tidying up around the outside edge. Once we've got those looser sections away, it gives me the more solid pieces left, so I know exactly what I'm pushing the Rosen inserter into. That's the reason I'm taking that away first of all. So let's see if we can get down the side of this wax. You can see I'm trying desperately to roll it, or at least bring it forwards. We're going to try and spin it in a second to try and get this out. You can see I'm working just down the side of this wax here. There we are. You can see it just starting to turn. There we go. Now we've got the turn. So we've managed to get that back end of the plug turned around. So we got a good idea of the depth of this now. I'm just trying to roll this section forwards, trying to get behind it. This is where the Rosen insert is brilliant at this type of wax. There we go, good plug. Patient is feeling relieved already. She actually felt that move in her ear canal, but we're not going to get this out with the Rosen inserter. So the Jobson horn comes in and takes all the credit for getting that out. We just managed to get that last little bit away there, get it out the ear canal. We'll take these looser bits of wax and dry skin away as well. There we go. And you can see how red and aggravated that was down there in that ear canal, right down against the eardrum as well. So you can see why that would have been really painful. But look how much we removed. There's 2 centimeters worth of wax there. And bear in mind, this is the 3rd time this patient's had their wax removed. So there has been some come away beforehand. So quite a bit came away there. What's that? About 3/4 of an inch thereabouts. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. And thank you so much for bearing with us now over this next couple of weeks. Hopefully things will settle back down then as soon as Taylor and Peter to come back in a couple of weeks' time. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. Fingers crossed I'll be back again on Friday, but well, yeah, I'll try and make it on Friday. If not, definitely Monday. Okay then, guys, take care. Bye.